Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel of Akshar Education. Today we are going to discuss the important topic of standard 9, that is coordinate geometry. Up to chapter number 2, we have studied two-dimensional coordinate geometry. What is two-dimensional coordinate geometry? For two-dimensional coordinate geometry, we have studied that how to represent a point on a number line. Representation of a point on a number line is nothing but the one-dimensional geometry, in which we are drawing one number line, and on number line we are representing any real number. That means we can represent rational number, irrational numbers, all types of numbers on this number line that we have discussed. That is nothing but the one-dimensional geometry. That is the concept of one-dimensional geometry. It's a coordinate geometry, but it's a one-dimensional geometry in which we are making the use of only one number line. One number line, either you can go in the right direction or you can go in the left direction. Only two directions are there. It is one-dimensional, in which you can represent a point. You can represent a point on a line that we have discussed. That is the concept of one-dimensional geometry. Now, in this video, we have to discuss how can we represent a point in a plane. What we will discuss? Representation of any point in a plane. So, representation of any point in a plane, that is nothing but the concept of two-dimensional geometry. Clear? It's a concept of two-dimensional geometry that we have to discuss. So let us now consider one example of table and lamp. A very famous example that how can we represent a point in a plane. So it is explained by using an example of table and lamp. Table and lamp. So consider one rectangular table top is there. This is rectangular table top is given, and one lamp is given on a table. For example, this point is representing our lamp and this rectangle is representing the table top. Now you have to describe the position of this point on a table. You have to describe the position of this point on a table. That means you have to describe the position of this lamp on a table. So to describe the position of this point, we require some reference. Otherwise, we can't represent the location of any point. For example, if I ask, where is the Akshar Education? Where Akshar Education locates? So, different answers may be there. Someone maybe say that Akshar Education is in the front of Hyundai showroom. Some may reply that Akshar Education is at the Sivan Avenue. Some may be reply that it is nearer to the Jahangirpura double bridge. Done? So different answers are there. So is it mean that we are having different branches and different values? No. They are giving the same answer, the same location of Akshar Education, but they are taking the different references. In front of Hyundai showroom, there is one reference. If we can one reference, then according to that reference we can define the location. So similarly, if you want to describe the position of this point, we require some reference. If we have some reference, then we can describe the position of any point. So for that reference, we are taking these edges. That means one long edge and one shorter edge that we are taking as our reference. So now we can describe the position of this point on this rectangle. That means describe the position of this lamp on table top. So what we can say, this point is at the distance of 3 cm from the shortest side. And for the distance between point and line, we have to consider perpendicular distance. You can't take this distance or this distance. You have to consider the perpendicular distance. So the distance of this point from the shortest side is 3 cm. And we can say the distance of this point from the longest side is 2 cm. Done? So now we can describe the position of this point on a table, that is 2, 3. This is one order pair. This is one order pair which represent this point is 2 centimeter from the longest side and 3 centimeter from the shortest side. This is not x coordinate, y coordinate. You can also write this one as a 3, 2. Otherwise, बाद में वो confusion create करेगा. Consider it's a 3, 2. So 3, 2 means the location of this point from the shortest side is 3 and from the longest side is 2. So now get the position of this point. So here you have to use the reference, and that reference as the longest side and shortest side of this rectangle. Clear? That means to describe the position of any point in a plane, we require reference, and for that reference, we are making the use of coordinate system. Clear, friends? What you have to use? We have to use coordinate system as a reference system to describe the point in a plane. So our main topic is coordinate system. Coordinate system. So what is this coordinate system? Here we have to discuss two-dimensional coordinate system. We have studied one-dimensional coordinate system, that is our number line. Our number line is nothing but the one-dimensional coordinate system. Now we have to discuss two-dimensional coordinate system, and we will discuss three-dimensional coordinate system in our 11th science. Clear, students? So today's our topic is coordinate system, that is two-dimensional coordinate system. So what is there in two-dimensional coordinate system? This is our reference system. We are making the use of reference to give the position of any point in a plane. So this is our reference system. So this reference system, coordinate system, consists of two lines. How many lines? Two lines. It consists of one perpendicular line, or we can say one vertical line, and another horizontal line. And these two lines are perpendicular to each other. It consists of one horizontal line and one vertical line. And these two lines are perpendicular to each other. So suppose this vertical line is nothing but the y dash, and this horizontal line is nothing but the x dash. So this horizontal line, which is x dash, is known as x axis. What is the name of this horizontal line? The name of horizontal line is x axis, and the name of this vertical line, this is y dash, is nothing but the y axis. Clear? And both lines are perpendicular to each other. These lines are perpendicular. These are the perpendicular lines to each other. Perpendicular to each other means they are intersecting each other at 90 degree, and their intersection point is O. Intersection point is O. Someone represent this one as a 0. It is O. That means origin. That is intersection point. Intersection point of these two lines. Clear, students? So this is horizontal axis, this is vertical axis. So this x axis and y axis both are commonly known as coordinate axis. X axis and y axis commonly known as coordinate axis, and this is the origin, that is intersection point of coordinate axis. Coordinate axis. So what is coordinate axis? Both x axis and y axis are commonly known as coordinate axis. Clear, friends? So now the plane which consists of this x axis and y axis is known as Cartesian plane. What is Cartesian plane? The plane which consists of this coordinate axis, that means this x axis and y axis, that plane is known as Cartesian plane. So now this is our Cartesian plane, and suppose one point P is over here. Suppose point P is there. So here on Cartesian plane we describe the position of point P. So to describe the position of point P we require its coordinate. So how can we describe the location of this point P in Cartesian plane? This is our Cartesian plane. So to describe the location of point P, we have to consider the perpendicular distance of point P from x-axis and from y-axis. So perpendicular distance of this point P from x-axis is nothing but the y. So that is known as y coordinate, and perpendicular distance of point P from the y-axis is nothing but the x, which is known as y coordinate of the point P. So here we describe x coordinate. X coordinate. So what is x coordinate? Location of this point P are x comma y. X coordinate gives the distance of point P from the y-axis, and y coordinate gives the distance of point from the x-axis. So x coordinate is also known as abscissa. Abscissa, that x coordinate is nothing but the distance of point from y-axis. For x coordinate gives the distance of point from the y-axis. So perpendicular distance of point P from y-axis is x. So its x coordinate is x. Another one is y coordinate. So what is y coordinate? Y coordinate is also known as ordinate. Ordinate. So ordinate is nothing but the distance of point. Distance of point from x-axis. Distance of point from the x-axis. So distance of this point P from the x-axis is y. Clear, students? So coordinate. Cartesian coordinates. So coordinates of point P are nothing but the x comma y. This x comma y is nothing but one order pair. In order pair, that means order is important. Two elements are there. In which order is important? First element represents the x coordinate and second element represents the y coordinate. What is x coordinate? X coordinate is nothing but the distance of this point P from the y-axis. X coordinate means distance of the point from y-axis, and y coordinate means distance of the point from the x-axis. So now this coordinate of point P is nothing but the location of point P in Cartesian plane. Clear, students? Location of point P in Cartesian plane. Now next one. Suppose one point Q is there. This is point Q. So now point Q lies on x-axis. Point Q lies on x-axis. Now, if the point lies on x-axis, can you describe the location of this point Q? So any point which lies on x-axis, we can say that its distance. What is distance from x-axis is 0, and distance from y-axis is, suppose this is x. So here, any point which lies on x-axis, we can say its distance from y-axis is x, and distance from x-axis is 0. So any point which lies on x-axis, whose y coordinate is always 0. Q lies on x-axis, and that's why the location of that point Q is x comma 0. Y coordinate will be 0. So any point which lies on x-axis, we can say this y coordinate is always 0. Y coordinate is always 0. Done. Let us now consider one point R which lies on y-axis. Consider one point that is R. Now this point lies on y-axis. So what is the x coordinate? X coordinate of this point R. X coordinate means distance from y-axis. So point lies on the y-axis. So distance of this point R from the y-axis is 0. So x coordinate is 0. To describe the location of this point R, we require one Cartesian order pair. Order pair x comma y. X means x coordinate. So x coordinate of this point R. So distance from y-axis. Point itself lies on the y-axis. So distance from y-axis is 0, and distance from x-axis is, suppose this is y. So this is y. So any point which lies on y-axis whose x coordinate is always 0. X coordinate is always 0. Clear? So you have to remember these 2 points. Any point which lies on x-axis whose y coordinate is always 0. Any point which lies on y-axis whose x coordinate is always 0. What is coordinate? Coordinate is nothing but one order pair. Order pair means order is important. We have to consider 2 elements. First element represents the x coordinate. Second element represents the y coordinate. X coordinate means is the distance of point from the y-axis, and y coordinate means distance of the point from x-axis. X coordinate another name is abscissa, y coordinate another name is ordinate. So it will give the coordinates of the point, any point xy. Clear now? Now this perpendicular axis divides our Cartesian plane. Divides our Cartesian plane into 4 parts. Coordinate axis divides Cartesian plane into 4 parts. This is our Cartesian plane, or board is Cartesian plane. If we draw the vertical axis and horizontal axis, it will divide our plane into 4 parts. The 4 parts are this one. This is first part, second part, third part, and this is fourth part. So these 4 parts are known as quadrant. They are known as quadrant. It is 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts of our Cartesian plane. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So quadrant 1 indicating as a Roman numbers. Quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Coordinate axis divides our plane into 4 equal parts, and the 4 parts are quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is basically 2-dimensional geometrical system. So for 2-dimensional geometrical system, we are making the use of 2 axes, 2 perpendicular axes. One is vertical axis, one is horizontal axis, and it will divide our plane into 4 parts. For 1-dimensional geometric system, we are using only number line, and for number line we are having only 2 directions. It is either in the left direction, either in the right direction, or either in the left direction. But in the case of 2-dimensional geometrical system, we are having 4 directions. Either you can go in the positive x direction, you can go into negative x direction, or you can go in a positive y direction, or you can go in the negative y direction. So right direction, left direction, upward direction, and downward direction. So how many directions are there? 4 directions. Right direction, left direction, upward direction, and downward direction. Clear? So this is our quadrant. So consider the sign of the points in a 4 quadrant. Suppose we are having one point P in first quadrant. So any point which lies in the first quadrant whose x coordinate and y coordinate are always positive. Any point which lies in the first quadrant whose x coordinate and y coordinate are always positive. So for the first quadrant, the coordinates are always positive. Any point which lies in the first quadrant whose x coordinate, y coordinate are always positive. Any point which lies in the second quadrant whose x coordinate, this is the negative direction of x axis, whose x coordinate is always negative and y coordinate is always positive. So any point which lies in the second quadrant whose x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. Any point which lies in the third quadrant whose x coordinate is negative as well as y coordinate is negative. So any point which lies in the third quadrant whose both coordinates are negative, and any point which lies in the fourth quadrant whose x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. So any point which lies in the fourth quadrant, whose x coordinate will always positive and y coordinate will always negative. So you have to remember the sign of this quadrant. First quadrant, third quadrant, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. First quadrant, sign of the coordinate always positive. This will be negative positive. This will be negative negative. And this will be positive negative. That we will check after by doing some sums. Clear? So this is basic theory regarding this coordinate system. Clear, students? So pause the video to note it down. Now consider these two types of sums for the coordinate geometry. In first type of sum, we are given one graph like this, and you have to write down the coordinates of the points in a plane. In second type of sums, in which you are given the coordinates of the point, and you have to plot that points on a graph. Clear? So let's start with the question number 1. So one Cartesian system is given, a graph is given in which some of the points are given. You have to identify the coordinates of these given points. So let's start with the point A. So this is our horizontal axis, which is known as x-axis. This is our vertical axis, which is known as y-axis. The graph is given, and you have to write down the coordinates of all the points. Point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. A to J, these points are given, and you have to identify the coordinates of this point. So let's start with the point A. Coordinates of the point A, nothing but it's an order pair x, y. So you have to find the x coordinate and y coordinate of this point A. So what is the x coordinate? X coordinate of any point is nothing but the distance of that point A from the y axis. So for the x coordinate, you have to consider the distance of this point A from the y axis. So here, the distance of this point A from the y axis is this much, and that is equal to 0 to minus 2. So 2 unit distance is there. So we can say minus 2 on the left direction, and y coordinate means distance from the x axis. So distance from the x axis is this one, that is in upward direction by 2 units. So it's a 2. So coordinates of this point A are minus 2, 2. अगर distance find करने में नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, so you can draw the perpendiculars from this point A on x axis and y axis. So from this point A, perpendicular on x axis is minus 2, and from this point A, perpendicular on the y axis is 2. So perpendicular on x axis is minus 2, so x coordinate is minus 2, and perpendicular on y axis is 2, so y coordinate is 2. Likewise, you can write down the coordinates of B. अगर distance में समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, so first to find the coordinates, draw the perpendicular on the axis. So the x coordinate point B, so draw perpendicular on x axis. So this is minus 5. So x coordinate is minus 5. For the y coordinate, draw perpendicular on y axis. So it's a minus 4. So coordinates of this point B are minus 5, minus 4. So what is minus 5? X coordinate. What is x coordinate? Distance from y axis. So this is y axis. So distance of this point B from the y axis is this much, and this much, that is equal to minus 5 units. Minus means on the left direction from the origin. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 units on the left direction from the unit from the origin is minus 5. Y coordinate is minus 4. Y coordinate means distance from x axis. The distance of this point B from the x axis is this much amount, and that is equal to 1, 2 and 3 and 4 units from the origin in downward direction. So it's a minus 4. Clear now? Now, coordinates of this point is C. So here point C lies on a x axis. Therefore, distance of this point from the x axis is 0, and distance of this point C from the y axis is minus 1 distance. So x coordinate is 0, and y coordinate is minus 1. Sorry. x coordinate is -1, y coordinate is 0. Point lies on x axis, so y coordinate is 0. Now for this point D, x coordinate distance from y axis, which is 2, and distance from x axis, which is 1. So here x coordinate is 2, y coordinate is 1. Clear now? Now for this point E, where is our E? Here. So x 0, y -7. X 0, y -7. F, coordinates of point F lies on the x axis, so it's a 7, 0. Point lies on x axis, y coordinate is 0. Then point G. So to find the coordinates of point G, draw perpendicular on x axis. So x coordinate is 5. To find the y coordinate, draw perpendicular on y axis. So it's a 4. So coordinates of point G are 5, 4. A, B, C, D, E, F. F for area, F, G. Now H. Where is H? Here. Lies on the y axis. So x coordinate 0, y coordinate 6. It's a 0, 6. Now I, this one is I. So x coordinate is 6, y coordinate is -3. So for coordinate I, x coordinate is 6, y coordinate is -3. You simply have to draw perpendicular on x axis to find the x coordinate and draw perpendicular on y axis to find the y axis. So x coordinate means distance from y axis and y coordinate means distance from x axis. Now for coordinates of the j, so x coordinate you do the perpendicular on x axis, so it's a -5. Now for the y coordinate you do the perpendicular on y axis, so which is 8. Clear students? So this is how you will find the coordinates of the given points on a graph by simply drawing perpendicular on x axis to find the x coordinate and drawing the perpendicular on y axis to find the y coordinate. Just keep in the mind the definition of x coordinate and y coordinate. X coordinate means distance from y axis, y coordinate means distance from x axis. Very simple. Any points which lies on x axis whose y coordinate is always 0, and any point which lies on y axis, its x coordinate will always be 0. Clear? Negative direction on x axis represent on the left direction, and negative direction on the y axis represent the downward direction. Positive direction on the x axis represent the right direction, and positive direction on the y axis represent the upward direction. Clear? So this is how you can find the coordinates of the point. Now second one. So here reverse procedure is there. Graph was given, you have to find the coordinate. Now here coordinates are given, you have to draw the graph, and you have to draw the graph on graph paper. Clear students? So graphs are available at the stationery shop. So you have to buy the graph paper, and then you have to draw the graph on a graph paper by using scale, pencil. So these are our coordinate axes, and which are perpendicular to each other and intersecting each other at 0. That is our origin point. So this is our x-axis, positive x-axis. This is our negative x-axis. This is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. This is our positive y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Done? Now look at this point on a graph paper. So this is our coordinate axis and our Cartesian plane. Now to represent this point on a graph. So first point. Look at point A. Coordinates are 2 and 5. X coordinate is 2, y coordinate is 5. So you have to start with this x coordinate 2. So x coordinate, two options are there. It can be positive, it can be negative. So x coordinate will always be on the x axis. So plus 2 is there. So on x axis this is minus 1, this is plus 2. So first you have to stand over here. X coordinated 2. First you have to go on the x axis where value of x is 2. Clear? Now this is your 2. Now you have to check your y coordinate. Y coordinate is 5. So from these two, you have to move towards the positive direction, towards the plus 5. Two options are there, plus 5 and minus 5. Your y coordinate is plus 5. So from these two, you have to move towards the positive plus 5. So you will be reach over here. So this is the point A, whose coordinates are 2 and 5. For verification, you can draw perpendicular on x axis and y axis. So perpendicular on x axis will give 2 value and perpendicular on y axis will give 5 value. So this is your point A, 2, 5. So how? This is how you can represent the point A. Now check point B, whose coordinates are minus 5, minus 3. So first you have to check the x coordinate. X coordinate is minus 5. X coordinate is minus 5. It is horizontal axis and minus 5. So horizontal axis and minus 5. So first you have to stand over here. Then you have to check your y coordinate. Y coordinate is negative, minus 3. So you have to move in downward direction up to minus 3. So this is your minus 3. So you have to move up to here. So minus 5 and minus 3. So this is the coordinates of point B, which is minus 5 and minus 3. For verification, check perpendicular on x axis. So this is minus 5 and perpendicular on y axis, which is minus 3. So this is your point B, minus 5 comma minus 3. Clear? Now check this third point C, whose x coordinate is plus 3. So first you have to go at the x coordinate plus 3. Now second, your y coordinate, which is minus 2. So move in downward direction up to minus 2. So here you are getting minus 3. So this is point C, whose coordinates are 3, minus 2. 3, minus 2. Now D, coordinates are 0 and 6. Now its x coordinate is 0. So x coordinate is 0 means point lies on a y axis. And so here you can check this x is 0. So here x is 0 and then you have to move towards the positive direction of y because y equal to 6. So this is 0 of x axis and 6 of y axis. So it's 0, 6. That is your point D. The last point, which is 5, 0. So first you have to go at the positive coordinate, x positive, so which is 5 and y is 0. So this is 5, 0 and this is your point D. Done? So this is how we can look at the points on a graph. Now check this side. Here point 2, 5 lies in the first quadrant. So its x coordinate is always greater than 0 and y coordinate is always greater than 0. So here coordinates are in plus sign. Suppose any point lies in the second quadrant whose x coordinate is less than 0 and y coordinate is greater than 0. So sign of coordinates are minus plus. Here this point B lies in the third quadrant. So its x coordinate is less than 0 as well as y coordinate is less than 0. So both coordinates are minus 5, minus 3. So any point lies in the third quadrant whose x coordinate and y coordinate both are negative. And this point C lies in the fourth quadrant. So here x coordinate we can say is greater than 0 and y coordinate is less than 0. So any point which lies in the fourth quadrant whose x coordinate will be positive and y coordinate will be negative. Clear, students? This point lies on the y axis. So any point lies on the y axis whose x coordinate is always 0. This point lies on the x axis and that's why its y coordinate is 0. Done? So this is how you can find the location or coordinates of your given points, or you can plot the given pair of coordinate axis, or you can say given coordinate point on a plane. So pause the video to note it down. Okay, now this question number 3. Mark the points 2, 2, 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, 2 on a graph paper. Join these points, name the figure you obtain, and also find the area of the figures you obtain. So here we are given total 4 points. Your first step is to mark this point on a graph paper. So consider one graph. You have to draw this graph in your graph paper. Vertical axis, the horizontal axis, x origin point, x dash, y and y dash. This is 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. First point is 2, 2. So first you have to go to x coordinate plus 2. Then you move towards the plus 2 y coordinate. So 2, 2, 2. So this is our point. Suppose A, 2, 2. Suppose this is point A, point B, this is point C, and this is our point D. Now coordinates of point B, x2, then y minus 2. So 2 to minus 2. This is our point B, 2, minus 2. Draw projection C, x coordinate minus 2, and then move towards negative minus 2. So x minus 2 move towards negative minus 2. So this is point C, minus 2, minus 2. Point D, x coordinate minus 2, y coordinate plus 2. So this one, D, minus 2, plus 2. These are our 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Locate these points on a graph paper and join this point. You have to join these points. So let's join it. So join these points. Name the figure you obtain. Now figure. So here we can say that all the sides are equal. So name of figure is square. This is one square. This is the name of figure. Name the figure you obtain, square. Also find the area of figures obtained. You have to find the area of this square. So what is the area? So area of square equal to its square of side. So what is the length of this side? This is minus 2 to 2. So minus 2 to 2 means 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Or you can say it's a minus 2 to 2. So again 4 units. So length of all the 4 sides is equal to 4 units. So it's a 4 square. It's a 16 square units. Clear? This is the area of given figure. So this is how you can solve your question number 3. Now question number 4, which is most important from the exam point of view. So here figure triangle is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is there. What is equilateral triangle? The triangle in which all sides are equal. All sides are equal. The triangle is known as equilateral triangle. So here equilateral triangle is given. So first, in triangle ABC, all sides are equal. So we can write AB equal to BC equal to AC. All sides are equal. Now, the coordinates of B and C as coordinates of point B are given, which is 1, 0, and coordinates of this C are 5, 0. You have to find the coordinates of the vertex A. Coordinates of the vertex A. This point. You have to find the coordinates of this point, which are unknown. Clear, students? This is our question. So here equilateral triangle is there. So for equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So from this data, or we can say from this figure, we can find the length of this side BC. And now what is the length? The side of length BC is nothing but the here x coordinate is 1, 0. Here x coordinate is 5. So difference between this x coordinate is 5 minus 1. So this is the length of side BC. So here we can say that length of side BC is nothing but the difference of its x coordinate. Here x coordinate is varying from 1 to 5. So difference is 1, 2, 3 and 4 units. So length of side BC is 4 units. And here D is the midpoint of this BC. It is shown that D is over here. So D is the midpoint of BC. So length of BD equal to 2 units. And this is perpendicular. This is given in figure. Done? So now triangle ADB is the right angle triangle. So in triangle ADB, angle B is 90 degree, and here all the sides are equal. So BC equal to 4 units. So that is equal to, we can take AB side. BC is 4, so AB length is also 4, and this AC is also 4. So length of all the sides equal to 4 units. This B is the midpoint of this BC. So length of this BD is 2 units. It is also seen over here. It's a 2 unit. So BD is equal to 2 units. So consider right angle triangle ADB in which angle D is 90 degree. So we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, square of the hypotenuse. So here hypotenuse is AB. So AB square equal to BD square plus AD square. BD square plus AD square. So AB length is 4. It's a 4 square. BD length is 2 square plus AD square. That we have to find. 2 square is 16 minus 4 square is 16. 2 square is 4. It is equal to AD square. So we can write AD square equal to 12. So taking square root of this, it will be plus or minus, but we have to consider only plus sign because AD is the length of side. So the length of side will always be positive. So square root of this 12 is 4 into 3. So it's a 2 root 3. Length of AD is 2 root 3. So this length, this perpendicular length is 2 root 3. And this perpendicular length is nothing but the distance from x-axis. So distance from x-axis, coordinates of point A. We have to find the coordinates of point A. So point A is the distance of this. It's the distance of 3 units from the y-axis. And it's the distance of 2 root 3 from the x-axis. So it's x coordinate. X coordinate distance from y-axis. This is 3. So x coordinate is 3. And y coordinate is distance from x-axis. So which is equal to AD, which is equal to 2 root 3. So here it's a 2 root 3. So we can write coordinates of point A are 3, 2 root 3. Question is find the coordinates of point A. So coordinates of point A is nothing but the x coordinate and y coordinate. So x coordinate is nothing but the distance from the y-axis. So this is the distance from y-axis, which is equal to 3 units. So x coordinate is 3. Y coordinate is nothing but the distance of x-axis. So the distance of x-axis is nothing but the AD, and that AD we have derived, which is 2 root 3. Clear friends? So coordinates of point A are 3, 2 root 3. So this is how you can apply coordinate geometry to find the coordinates of any given triangle in a Cartesian plane. So pause the video to note it down.